What's going on, guys? I am StockSniperMike and I'm back again with another weekly watchers list. This weekly watcher list is a list that's posted every single Sunday night for all the snipers on the team. If you would love to be on the team, we'd love to have you. Check us out on our website at www.thestocksnipers.com or on the App Store under Stock Snipers. We got people profiting every single day, and a lot of the times it comes from this list, so you could be next. Hope to see you guys with us soon. But let's jump on into this weekly watchers list. And for the most part with the snipers, we go over OTC stocks. And today, we're going to highlight 11 OTC stocks. And all 11 of those are going to actually be looking for one sniper pattern. And that's the first Green Day sniper pattern. Why we are looking for that? Because the overall market has been getting rough lately. If you've been holding long-term stocks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But after 2 weeks of selling, we think the buying pressure is eventually going to happen, and it should maybe happen this week. So all this is just momentum shift and then a first Green Day happening. And like we said before, you can actually do all of this on your phone with the new mobile app, the Stock Snipers app. So I'm gonna pop this in right here, go over to my mobile app, click into it, and show you guys exactly where you can find this weekly watchers list. Once you see that watch list tab, you will see the weekly watchers list with our sniper man with the binoculars looking out for what's about to happen in this potential week. And that's where we're gonna click in. So at first, you'll see the full list of all the stocks that we're looking at with the sniper pattern right next to it. This is all 11 OTC stocks that we'll be going over today. At the end of it, we also like to highlight a note or just a brief description of the summary of last week and what we're feeling for this upcoming week. And we're going to start with one that we actually made money off before. We always say what goes around comes back around in this game. After 3 red days, we usually say the first Green Day is going to happen any day now. And right now in DPLS, we have 11 straight red days. In that 11-day run, the stock went from 14 cents all the way back down to 7.5 cents. And 7 cents is that long-term support. Most stocks bounce off of long-term support, so we're going to be looking for that bounce off of 0.07 here. The next play is a very similar play to the one we just talked about, a first Green Day that has been downtrending for a couple weeks now, and this is CYBL. This stock has went from 0.036 all the way down to 0.02, and it is coming close to that long-term support of 0.015. We believe if it hits that 0.015, we should see some momentum shift back up, and that's where we'll be looking for that first Green Day if it could happen this week. This next one is one that we also made money off of in the past, like DPLS, OTC penny stock Fern, F-E-R-N. And this one is downtrending all the way back down to what it looks like its long-term support as well. So it looks like a common trend that's happening here. For Fern, we're going to be looking for it to come down to the 0.2 cent area where hopefully we could see a momentum shift and then a first Green Day where we could take advantage of it. This next one is one we gotta watch because just 3 weeks ago we were able to make $1,500 in just 8 minutes on this stock when it jumped from 22 cents all the way up to 37 cents, and now it's coming all the way back down to that 22 cent area. After 6 straight red days, we're going to be looking for it to bottom out right here around 19.5, 20 cents, the long-term support from before, and then possibly create that first bounce Green Day and maybe get the momentum of the 1,508 minutes that we got last time here in DSGT. This next one is a crazy OTC penny stock runner, run from 2 cents all the way up to the 40 cent area, one that the snipers have been watching for a long time now, and a couple of us have bagged a couple bags off of iList. This one, it looks like it's going to create a first Green Day now, coming down after the big run it had from 45 cents all the way down to 33 cents on that ugly week that it had last week. Now 30 cents is a key spot and a support spot that we want to see a bounce off of. It might bounce before that, but the first Green Days here in iList usually have a very nice follow-up Green Day. So any first Green Day, we're going to be most likely watching to possibly take this one overnight because we've made some bags with it before. This one is a tricky one. This next one is a Bitcoin related stock, NSAV. NSAV has been trading in a tight range between 265 and 33 the past couple of days. In our eyes, if it's able to get back above 3.2, we're going to probably be interested in it. This next one is a sub penny stock. So cut a penny in half and you got ICOA here. This sub penny was actually on our weekly watchers list last week, and now it's continuing to downtrend, getting even closer to that long-term support that we like of 0.004. We're going to be looking for a possible bounce off that long-term support area. It was holding 0.0047 into the end of the week, so maybe it bounces off of there, but ICOA looks like it's due for a first green day any day now. And this next one is another one that we had on our last week play, RVVTF. This one we put on last week because of COVID and what was happening with the new variant coming into the United States. Now that it's officially in the United States, it seems like we're not as scared since it's not as dangerous. Thank God. But at the same time, with it being around, the sector could get a nice sector momentum, and RVVTF is a part of that sector. It's been trading in a tight range, and it really hasn't moved anywhere in a long time now. But we're going to be looking for that day that it possibly gets the COVID news to wake it back up, because that's what happens in OTC stocks and sector momentum. We're going to be looking to possibly take that run for the multi-month high of 44 cents ahead. It seems like the past couple of weeks have been ugly, and that's how it's been in the overall markets. And with these OTC stocks, the same stuff has happened in them as well. But with the snipers, what's great about it is we take things day by day, and that's how we were still able to profit just about $7,000 last month while the market was going down. So Dow down, snipers up. We're going to have a review about that actually coming up here soon. This one has been downtrending for the past 3 weeks from 0.083 all the way now to 0.043 area. And look what's coming up, the long-term support. Being a sniper is all about eyeing down certain areas. We actually set alerts to find these spots, and that's what happened here in S4. If it's able to bounce all the way down to 0.4 next week, we're going to be looking for that potential first green day like the rest of these plays. This next one was also on the Weekly Watchers last week, and last week was a slow week. I like to call it the Thanksgiving hangover week, because we did have a holiday week in Thanksgiving the week before. But with AITX, as you can see in the past, it has very nice follow-up green days. So once this first green day does happen here, we're most likely going to be a part of it. 0.027 is that key spot that we want to see it hold, but if it does drop below that, we're going to be looking for that first green day to eventually create, and then a nice daily support to be able to risk off of, and looking for that follow-up day in AITX that it was able to get for us in the past. And last but definitely not least, this one is a sniper favorite, one of my favorite OTC concepts out there, but we always say don't believe in these OTC stocks, they are all shit. So if you're a big shrimp fan, this might be something cool for you. I always thought it was very innovating what they were doing here, but we are looking for that first green day. Because thank God we're not long-terming this stock, because this one just went from 50 cents now back to 30 cent long-term support area, and that's the spot that we usually like a first green day to happen. So if we can get a bounce right around 30 cents, we're going to be looking for that here in shrimp. If it does drop below that, it will get a little ugly, but the multiple red days that just happened, the first green day should happen here, and the follow-up green days in shrimp are very nice. So we'll be a part of that, most likely. And that's about it, guys. That wraps it up. That's the 11 OTC stocks that we have on our weekly watchers list. If a play does line up, make sure you have that risk area, especially in slower times like this. Having a plan is number one, and being prepared is number two. And these watch lists is what does that for you guys. So hope you guys are able to benefit on one of these 11 stocks next week. I'll see you guys back here for another weekly watchers list next week. StockSniperMike out.